Welcome to my bare face. Sorry for the jump scare, but I'm about to get ready for church, so I'm gonna start doing my makeup. I don't have any skincare or anything on yet. I haven't done anything, okay? All I've done was get out of the shower, clip my hair up, and figure out what dress I was gonna wear. So I decided that I'm going to create a look with my Huetopian Dream eyeshadow palette. I feel like this is the perfect palette for this dress, and maybe it will help garner a fonder appreciation for this particular color story for me personally. So I'm not going to be using the super beautiful blitz like sparkly shades down here, okay? But I am planning on using the rest of the palette, and yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. So I've decided that I'm not going to do my foundation yet because there might be some fallout and I don't want to have glitter on my face. I'm not even sure if I'm going to wear glitter, but I want to be able to have like a really clean face since I'm going to church in super bright lights and I'm going to be going to this church for the very first time. Okay, let me get started with my eye base. Hopefully I can get this done before the rest of my family wakes up, before my son wakes up and starts making a bunch of noise in the kitchen. But if he does get up, sorry, we're getting ready for church. Hope that doesn't bother you. Anyhow, yeah, so if you missed my recent major life update, I'll be sure to link that video up here in the eye, down below in the description box, if you're curious to know, yeah, about my new path, my new direction in life. So yeah, anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and get my eyes primed and we'll get started with the eyeshadow look. Haven't done my brows or anything. I'm gonna do all that once I've got my eyes done. So this is gonna be a new series that I'm doing on my channel, Sunday sit downs. Hopefully I'll be able to get them up the same day. If not, then I might run them like a week behind and, you know, film them on one Sunday and upload them the following Sunday. That's probably what I'll do, just so I'm not under so much pressure. But yeah, so I'm really excited that I've figured out what church I want to go check out. And I really appreciate the message. Okay, get myself together. I'm so excited that I really can't focus. So hold on a sec. Let's go ahead and get into the eye look. I've got my eyes primed and ready to go. And I'm using my MAC paint pot. This shade is Painterly. I'm gonna take this big fluffy brush, make sure it's clean. And normally I would start off with this more cool tone shade here, but because my dress is very like this side of the palette, I'm gonna do something more in here. Let's see if I can like this shade. I didn't really like it in the past, but I'm gonna give it a go. And maybe not do it so intense. I'm gonna try to do a really soft, pretty wearable look so it's not too overwhelming. But also, like, I don't want to go in wearing like a no makeup look because that's just not who I am anymore. And I'm not trying to like, I don't know, represent myself in a false manner. So yeah, I don't know. Anyway, I love makeup and I want to wear it. So that's what I'm going to do. I don't want it to look like it's not there. I just don't want it to turn out like I'm, you know, going to a party either. So that's why I started off with my giant fluffy brush from Singe. This is a beautiful brush for like a real soft blown out application in the crease. Typically, I don't use this brush for that kind of a technique because I typically like to go in with a really pigmented crease. If you've seen any of my other videos, you know, I usually start off with a really dark crease, but you know, I'm trying to keep the look from being quite as dramatic today. So I feel like this is a pretty start. Okay, nice and blown out. I'm gonna just deepen up this outer little edge, the tiniest little bit. So yeah, I'm sweating. It's very humid today. It was raining just a little bit ago for a couple of hours, and it's not 100 degrees in Texas right now, which is really nice, but the humidity levels are even up further, so that's tough for me. Anyhow, all right, I wanna really keep the look soft and maybe a little bit, I want it to be a little bit artistic, but not too much, maybe. I don't know. Am I going to use this sparkle shade? I had planned on it, but I might. Yeah, I don't think I want to use this one because it's like a duochrome and it just looks really dark. I think I might use this one here. So I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of this one to where I'm going to start to create my lower angle. I don't know, maybe I won't even do a shimmer at all. How do you go into a palette though and not do a shimmer? Yeah, I'm gonna do a shimmer. Do I want to do that though? I really get afraid of things like falling into my eyes, but I'm gonna do one eye at a time, try to be really careful, and let's just hope that this turns out okay. And I'm gonna kind of just keep this look more simple, kind of like how most people create looks. I usually like to go in with like 5 or 6 different eyeshadows. I don't believe I'll be using quite that many shades today. Okay, so now with that same brush that still has glue on it, I'm gonna just pick up some of this shimmer and, oh, it's pretty. Oh my, that's really pretty. I do really, really like the way that looks. Okay, so let me go in to a matte now. Do I have a matte? Okay, what other palette do I want to pair with this? I'm gonna pull in, oh yeah, this one. I'm gonna pull in this palette here and take a little bit of this really beautiful bright shade here. I'm gonna go in with an E54 from Sigma. This one does not have any glitter glue, but I still feel a little bit of wetness on my eyelids, so it's probably gonna pick up okay. Yeah, I think that's pretty. It is a little bit like duochrome-y in the inner corner, but that way it's like not too bright and it just catches a little bit of the light. Okay. Now I'm gonna go in and just do that to the other eye. I do plan on darkening up the outer edge just a little bit, but let me get this eye caught up with the other one and I'll be right back. Okay, now let's move into a little bit of a deepening shade. And honestly, instead of using this palette to deepen it up with like a brown tone, which is what I was originally thinking I'm gonna do, changed my mind. And I've decided that I'm gonna deepen it up with a little bit of this burgundy shade here and just bring in a little bit more of the color tones that I feel like will match this dress a little better. And I don't want it to get too overwhelming, so I'm gonna use a really small detailed brush. I'm gonna use my E27 from Rose and Ben. And rather than to pick up the brown like I normally would, I am gonna take this maroon really softly, couple of little taps, and I'm just gonna create a darker edge right here, not too much because this is a very bold shade. Ooh, I love that teeny tiny little touch. Like, because that color was so bold, it did make a very dramatic difference in my opinion, but up close and personal, it's not too dramatic. It's just enough to like shape my eyes and give me that little bit of lift that I need, that I feel like I need, that I prefer in my eye look. I'm gonna start trying to use my words a little bit more carefully because now I really realize, I mean, I've known the importance of them anyways, but I feel like because I was in a darker place before, I didn't really care about the consequences of my words. Yeah, so Yeah. Okay. Just the teeniest bit. I might also want to take a little bit of that one down onto the lower lash line, or do I want to leave the lower lash line more plain so that I look a little bit more daytime? Yeah, I'm not going to do any of this dark color on the lower lash line. Let's see, I actually think I'm going to use this soft shade here for my lower lash line, and then maybe add the tiniest bit of liner. We'll see. It's this one. Okay, I'm going to use my favorite lower lash line brush because it's not too thick and it's not too thin. As far as the width on my lower lash line, it is just right, and it's so super soft that it never scratches my lower lash line. So I'm going to just blow out the lower lash line a little bit. Man, I just want the hint of it not being quite so bare. Okay. And then for the inner corner, I'm going to take just a little bit of, I'm going to take a little bit of this highlighting shade here and just a little right there. Ooh, that's an intense inner highlight. Maybe I should have done, oops, yeah, maybe I should have done my concealer first, but here we are. And tiniest little bit there. See, this is why I wanted to do my eyeshadow before my eyebrows, because when I do a Pat McGrath upper brow highlight, I usually get it in my brows and it's like super intense. Here's the eyeshadow look all done. Now I'm going to do the rest of my makeup and finish out the look, and I'll be right back to show you the finished look. Now that I've got most of the eyes done, I'm going to go ahead and just quickly line the upper lash line with this color as a little bit of like a soft smokiness to my lashes as a liner type of a thing, just so it's not so like shadow to the lashes look. I'm going to finish off today's look with this lip combo, my Makeup Forever lip liner, and my Makeup by Mario lipstick. Make sure you check the description box if you're curious about the shade names of anything that I'm wearing, or, you know, any of that. I'll have all that down below in the description box. I feel like I got too much lipstick on my outer edge and now I can't get it off. Oh well. Okay. Do I need any bronzer? I really don't want to add any like darkness because I'm going to be on bright lights. So I'm not going to do any bronzer. Okay guys, here is the finished look. I did brush out my hair, and I have 5-day hair going on, so it's a little flatter than normal, but nonetheless, I probably won't be wearing it down anyways. I'll probably, honestly, this is how I'll probably wear my hair with my sweater. So here is the finished look. My dog's snoring. Okay, let's take a good look at the eyes. Let me know what you think of the finished look. So here is the finished look using both of these Pat McGrath palettes for my eye look of the day to go to church And this is my first look for my new series that I'm calling Sit Down Sunday. So yeah, this is going to be my first look for my first church visit. I think I found a good one that hopefully I will really like, but I really liked their message and like what their beliefs are. So, you know, very concise on their website, the different verses that support their beliefs from the Bible. And, you know, they're strictly about the Bible and about Jesus. And I really like that. They don't have any other like frill and fluff. So hopefully this will work out great. But yeah, I got to go get my son up and we got to get out the door. Or actually, I did hear him waking up. So I got to go just make sure that he is getting ready so we can get out the door. And it is raining heavily this morning. So I want to leave a little early so we're not like rushing in slippery roads. Anyways, yeah, so that's gonna do it for my very first Sit Down Sunday. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you have a blessed day, and thank you so much for watching my video. If you've made it all the way to the end, thank you. And leave me a heart down below in the comments section. And yeah, before you go, make sure you're subscribed to the channel, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye. Oh,